Hello everyone, I am Johnson. Today, let's learn how to make various accordions. An accordion is a graphical control element that allows users to expand or collapse sections of content. It is often used to present information in a compact and organized manner, especially when there is a need to display a large amount of content within limited screen space. When a user clicks on a section's heading, the content within that section expands, revealing more details or additional information. This expansion is usually accompanied by a smooth animation to provide visual feedback and enhance the user experience. Clicking on the heading again collapses the content, hiding it from view. Let's create a prototype for multiple variations of an accordion. First, drag and drop a rectangle and a heading. Change the text of the heading to First Accordion. Then, drag an arrow icon from the icons library and adjust its style to point downwards. We can see that the arrow's angle is 270 degrees. Next, drag and drop another rectangle and change the text to Content 1. Adjust the text style. Group the elements within the heading area. Rename Content 1 to First Content and the arrow to Arrow 1. Set First Content to be hidden. Then, group the heading and content together. Duplicate the group. Change the title to Second Accordion and name the arrow Arrow 2. Input the text Content 2. Duplicate the group again. Change the title to Third Accordion and name the arrow Arrow 3. Input the text Content 3. Now let's set up the interactions. Select the Heading 1 group. Add a click interaction. Add a condition: if the visibility of first content is false, show first content. Add a slide-down animation and choose Push Widgets below. Rotate arrow 1 to 90 degrees and add a 200 milliseconds linear animation. Then, hide second content and third content without adding any animation. This is to make it faster. Rotate arrow 2 and arrow 3 by 270 degrees. Add an else if condition. Hide first content and rotate arrow 1 to 270 degrees. Copy the interaction and paste it onto heading 2. Modify the condition target to second content. Rotate arrow 2 and hide first content. Rotate arrow 1. Under the else if condition, choose to hide second content and rotate arrow 2. Similarly, set up the interaction heading 3. Preview the prototype. When clicking on a heading, the panel below it should be displayed. Rotate the arrow and hide the panels under other headings. The setup is complete. Next, let's create a button to trigger the toggle of expanding and collapsing. Duplicate a basic page and rename it to Toggle. Drag and drop a button and change the text to Toggle. Set its style. Add a click interaction. Choose Fire Event and select heading 2 as the target. For the event, select Click or Tap. Preview the prototype. Click the button to toggle the expansion and collapse of item 2. Now, let's create a multiple expandable accordion. Duplicate the basic page and delete the interactions that hide other items and rotate the arrows. Preview the prototype. Click multiple headings. You can expand multiple items. Next, let's create a prototype with a disabled state. Duplicate the basic page. Right-click on the second heading and select Disabled. Apply the disabled style effect to the title and arrow of the second item. Preview the prototype. You will see that the second item is disabled. Clicking it will have no response. Now, let's create a prototype with a read-only state. Duplicate the basic page and delete all interactions for the second item. Preview the prototype. Clicking on the second item will have no response. Next, let's create a prototype with a custom style. Create a new folder. Create a new page and name it Expanded. Set the corner radius of the first item to 8 and choose the top half to be visible. Set the corner radius of the third item to 8 and choose the bottom half to be visible. Now, let's create an Advanced Expanded prototype. Duplicate the basic page and name it Advanced Expanded. Delete items 2 and 3. Make item 1 a dynamic panel. In state 1, delete content 1. In state 2, adjust the style of the rectangle. Make it narrower and change its color. Also, adjust the style of content 1. Name it 1. Duplicate item 1 and name it 2. Adjust the style and content of item 2. Duplicate item 2 and name it 3. Adjust the style and content of item 3. Add a click interaction to item 1. Set the to state to state 1 and choose Pull Widgets below. Set the 3 state to state 1. Set this to state 2. Add a flip down animation. Rotate arrow 1 to 270 degrees. Rotate arrow 1 to 90 degrees and add a linear animation of 200 milliseconds. Add an else if condition. Set the dynamic panel this to state 1. Rotate arrow 1 to 90 degrees. Rotate arrow 1 to 270 degrees and add a linear animation of 200 milliseconds. Copy the interaction and paste it onto Dynamic Panel 2. Set up the interactions for Dynamic Panel 2 and Dynamic Panel 3 in the same way. Modify the content of the interactions. Here, we need to modify the arrow in Dynamic Panel 1. Choose the arrow from State 2. Inside the dynamic panel, we need to delete the interactions for the original heading. There is an error in the condition setup. We need to change State 2 to State 1. Since we modified the conditions, we need to reset the states. Set the states for all items. Preview the prototype. When clicking a heading, you will see the state change and the widgets being pushed down. Next, duplicate a page to custom the shape of the arrows. Rename it to Icon. Select the arrow. Right-click and choose Select Shape, then select Triangle. Use the Anchor Point Editing tool on the toolbar to adjust the shape to a downward triangle. Adjust the shape of all arrows. Preview the prototype. You will see that the arrows have changed. Clicking a heading will toggle the direction of the arrow. Finally, duplicate a page to create a custom theme. Rename the page to Theming. Adjust the colors of all headings and contents. Preview the prototype. You will see the themed colors of the accordion. If you like my video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel.